The fact that this gives a small percentage, I believe, of homeowners additional options is great, particularly those that would have had a hard time finding or qualifying for jumbo loans. Right now, they have a little wider conforming amount that they can take advantage of. So I think the big question, though, around this story is how much it will actually affect or impact the industry or buyers at large. And I think if you look at the amount, the dollar amount that these loan limits were widened to, you realize that, this is probably a pretty small percentage of buyers that it helps. But once again, any percentage is a positive percentage. And I think that we can get excited to a reasonable degree around that.
Well, and as real estate professionals, right, we need to actually understand what these limits are so that we can actually help our clients make these decisions, right, to get into the real estate market. I think it's actually interesting, right, to say that we have an unwavering commitment to agent autonomy and our belief in allowing agents to make choices. Well, no, I'm sorry, you are making a choice for your agents, right? What do you do with those agents who choose to still remain a part of the Association of Realtors? Well, they're going to have to leave because you can't have your cake and eat it too, right? You're either a realtor company or you're not. I think what's interesting here, right, was Anywhere in their settlement agreed to allow their franchisees to not have to be members of NAR and the associations. What's interesting about this is that the vast majority of Anywhere's franchisees or company-owned stores are in MLSs that are association owned. So the vast majority of them will not be able to separate from NAR if they want access to the MLS. The difference here is that Northwest MLS is not owned by the association.
Even if we see some sort of pullback in interest rates, they would have to pull back dramatically for this lock-in effect to really change, right? We know that 33% of all mortgages are under 3%. So I used the example to a group of folks the other day. I said, even if we got back down to 6, which I'm not predicting, but I'm just saying what if, that would feel pretty great compared to 8. And yet that would still be more than double a third of all mortgages. So for sellers that feel like they're sitting on a winning lottery ticket and don't want to trade it in for a losing one, I'm not sure that changes that dramatically. And so we're going to continue to see inventory impacted primarily by the most motivated among us, right? These life events that cause us to need to sell regardless of what's happening with rates. Without a dramatic increase in inventory, I do believe that the projections around the average prices, holding steady, maybe increasing slightly or decreasing slightly, but in essence, kind of holding steady, I think are probably pretty accurate given the inventory challenges.